2 years have passed since protests in Cairo's Tahrir Square kicked off a revolution that toppled a dictatorship and sent ripples through not only Egypt, but the entire Arab world. With violence and political unrest continuing to shape the built environment, ordinary Cairenes are rethinking the ways they interact with the changing urban landscape around them. As protesters, street vendors, and government authorities battle over the question of whom public space belongs and what it may look like, people living in long-ignored informal settlements away from the city center have taken to building their own highway ramps and challenging long-accepted axioms of urban life. Meanwhile, the remnants of a Mubarak-era master plan threaten slums along the Nile with forced evictions, while a filmmaking collective stirs the community by screening documentaries on walls all over Cairo. From downtown street battles to cafes in the outer neighborhoods, the story of urban Cairo is an untold story of the unfulfilled Egyptian revolution. The revolution continues, and it is spreading. The second anniversary of the departure of Mubarak was recognized this week with protests and violence in the affluent Cairo neighborhood of Heliopolis. Residents, long insulated from the political violence of Tahrir Square, have been confronted with the stinging smell of tear gas. In scenes similar to the height of fighting during the revolution, street clashes between pro- and anti-Muslim Brotherhood supporters have shaken the former calm in front of the presidential palace, located at the heart of the neighborhood. More than 50 protesters have been killed since the 2-year anniversary of the revolution on January 25, 2013, as the violence has spread. In the process of this fresh outbreak of political drama, many public spaces in Cairo have become effectively lawless. In the area around the American embassy, riots are a facet of daily life, and Egyptian security forces have erected a dizzying array of concrete walls to combat the movement of the protesters. In this week's Forefront story, Waking the Sleeping Tiger, I document the changing relationship between ordinary Cairenes and the city.